Hey everybody, it's Pam from Nana's Crafting Cottage back with you again today for another fun project. Today we are going to do a tab bound envelope journal. We're not going to do the entire journal. We're just going to get the base done, and then in another video after me and the Crafting Aunties collaboration, I will come back on video and decorate. So, first of all, thank you to all my new subscribers. Welcome. I appreciate each and every one of you, and welcome back to all my current subscribers. Thank you all for coming in or stopping by. If you like this video, be sure and give me a thumbs up, send a comment, and subscribe if you wish. So let's get started. Okay. I have these envelopes. I've had them for quite a while. I don't remember where I got them, but they're quite large, and I thought I would go ahead and use them with this digital paper. It's called Worn Wallpaper, and it's from Louisa Heinzel, and they're gorgeous. And the envelope itself is almost 5 3/4 by 8 1/2. And when I printed these out, I printed them out borderless, and then I cut them in half, and they work perfectly. Then I went ahead and went further than that. I decided to do some, I did the inking around, and I did it with the scorched timber, and then I went around with my little sprayer here and dribbled water, and then I sprayed along the edge and dried it, and so it gives this oxidizing effect here. So I did that on 3 pages worth, and then I stitched around them as well on each one. So I did leave one aside to do the water and the stitching with you guys. I'll go off camera to do the stitching, but I wanted to show you the water treatment that I did. And I also distressed or inked around all the envelopes. I did close the envelopes up. This one, did I do this one? Oh, I didn't close it up yet. I wanted to do that with you guys too. So I'm going to use my art glitter glue for that. So this envelope I am closing up. Just follow along where it's glued already, because it's going to be covered with the paper anyway. Okay, so then at the top here, I want to open it because eventually there's going to be a large tag that will go in each one of these large pockets. So I'm going to take just a trim off. No, I didn't do it there, did I? Okay, I was waiting to do all these things with you guys except for the inking and the stitching. Okay. Snip. All right. Just enough to open it up on the top here. All right. So now I will ink that up just a little bit, kind of get rid of the white edge on the top. Okay. That's all we need to do. And now I'm going to do the water. It's not even splattering, it's more like dripping. So let me set this aside here. I have just my scrap paper and a piece of paper towel, and I just get it to where I just barely squeeze this and it just drips. See the drips there? So I'm going to do this around, and then I'm going to go back around and go along the edge and let the water run on it as I'm squeezing it, like that. Because I want a good effect on here. Okay, so then I just kind of let it run this way and that way, every which way, tap it around, and then I go over it and I just lay this on and absorb the puddles, because we don't really want a lot of puddles. It takes a while to dry that way. And here is the start of our oxidation. So then I'm going to use my dryer, and I'm going to keep on camera because it isn't that loud. It's very quiet considering a lot of dryers. So I just go around and around and let it do its thing to the paper. There we go. This is a nice hot little dryer too. I'm so glad that I invested in it, because all I had before was my embossing heat tool, and that's just way too hard and way too much heat directed, you know, straight down, where this is more like a softer blowing hair dryer is basically what it is, but it has a lot of heat to it. Okay, let's turn it over. You can see the ink coming through on the back. So it's wet. We need to get that dry. And I have this piece and I have another piece to do. And then I will go off camera and stitch on them real quick. But I wanted to show you guys how to play with the water if you've not done it before with the oxide inks. I love playing with it. Okay, I'm going to let that aside because it is almost dry, believe it or not. And I'm going to take my other page here. I just love this paper. It is unreal. Okay, and we will just drop the water again. Just let it go in big drops. And just squeeze this real slowly so that it just comes out that way. And then I just run it across as I'm squeezing the trigger. I love this sprayer. I used to try and get the cheapy ones, you know, at the store and stuff. They just do not work. I've tried and tried, and I finally gave up on them. They just didn't do what I wanted it to do, and I finally invested in the Tim Holtz sprayer there. Okay, let's put this over the puddles again. Easy to do. Okay, and there's oxidation already starting here. I just love it. It makes it look so old. Okay, dryer again. I love how it ages it. And then what I did do before I stitched it on the other pieces was I have a little, just a small craft iron, and I did iron my pieces to make them lay a bit flatter, like where they curl up here on the edges. It helps them lay flatter for both stitching and for gluing down. So I just keep going over it and over it. I try not to get directly onto my mat because it can damage it if you get heat directly on it. So this being on these papers really helps. I don't worry about it at all. Okay, let's turn it over. Almost there. It really does a great job drying. And you can use it for any kind of, well, you don't want to use it on your texture paste or anything, crackle paste, anything like that, because on the texture paste, it bubbles up. It doesn't really dry it, it bubbles up. And your crackle paste, it won't crackle if you're trying to hurry the heat process up. The first one I learned the hard way, and then I found out about the crackle paste, how it does not crackle if you don't let it dry on its own. So I didn't boo-boo on that, but I did boo-boo on the other. Now sometimes if I have paint around here that's wet or anything like that, and I want it to bubble, then yeah, I'll just, let it go to it. Okay, so here are my pieces, front and back. So I am going to go and get these pressed and stitched, and I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. So I got it ironed, and then I stitched each one. So that's going to be my last page. Okay, so let's go ahead and get these all glued together. And then we will do our tab binding. So, yeah. Okay. I'm going to use my tacky glue for this because I want it to be nice and thick so it will adhere, especially with the stitching on it. Okay, get it good and gluey. And it'll have a little bit of an edge around. And also with the tacky glue, I have time to move it around to get it where I want it. And the art glitter glue, I wouldn't have that. So I'm going to bring it up a little bit, just a little bit. Oh my goodness. Now I'm getting all gluey. Messy job, but somebody's got to do it, right? Oh my goodness. Come on. Cooperate with me, please. I don't want to be messing with this forever. Alright, well that's the best I could do right there. Okay. So, let me get my glue spreader here. Make sure it gets to all the edges and gets pressed down. Okay. Okay. Whew. Okay, now the other side. Now let me see how much I want to leave on here so that I'm not dancing around with it again. Okay. Okay, and then we just glue each panel down. I hope you guys are having a good day. I am filming this ahead of time, and our weather here in Northwest Oregon has turned off cool, and it's wonderful because we are not fond of the heat of any kind. It gets to 80 and I'm dying. So yeah, I just yeah, both my husband and I are like, hooray! And even if it rains, even better. So yeah, we're cool weather people, definitely. We originally came from California, about 32, 33 years ago, and took us a little bit, but we've gotten used to the cool days, and of course we love it when it rains. My husband, he was born and raised in the desert of California, so it took him a bit longer to adjust to it than me. And but then once he got adjusted to it, he was like, I am never leaving. So I was like, woohoo. Okay, guys, now that you see what I'm doing, I'm going to go off camera and finish this because it does take a while. So I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. I have everything glued down. These are 4 pages. Now, we are going to be tab binding them with fabric washi tape. This is some Tim Holtz fabric washi tape, and it's quite sticky. And I figured the pattern of it goes wonderful with all these wallpaper pieces or digitals. So what we do first, let me make sure I have my the right page for my front. Yeah, I think I have these like that. Not that it really matters, but it kind of does to me. Okay. Let me make sure I have what I want here. Now, eventually, when I decorate this, this young lady is going to be on the front, so that isn't my front panel. I think that one is. Here, here. Because I kind of want to do it light, dark, light, dark, light, dark, light, dark, that kind of thing together. Okay, so eventually she will be on here in a frame, eventually. But for right now, let's do our tab binding. Tab binding has been done by many, many YouTubers. Natasha at Treasure Books is the first time I saw it, and then Margaret at Seven Plaza did it here not long ago. And you want, ideally, an even number of pages. It comes out, you know, better in the long run. So what we do is we're going to make these pieces 2 inches long, and I'm going to put it up against my grid here so that I can have 1 inch on here and 1 inch out here. So let's go ahead and cut them. Get my scissors. Okay, and then I'll do it this way to kind of mark. Actually, I wonder if my paper cutter would do it. I think my Tim Holtz guillotine one would do it. It would make it a lot easier on me. So let's see. Let's give it a try. Why not? Got to do it the other way, though, don't we? There. Okay, make it 2 inches. Well, how about that? Nice. Okay. 2 inches. Oh, that is so cool. Okay, I will stop there and I will cut them as I go. So I have my panel here, and you want it the same amount of space top and bottom, like that. Okay, so probably I could go about right there, and I think that is about or close to an inch. Because my envelope is an odd size, it's a little over 8.5, or a little over, yeah, a little over 8.5. Let's see here if I can put it down here. Yeah, it's still okay. So I'm just going to put it right there, and that'll help me up here. So we just take it off and we put it an inch in and about 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch down. Okay, and then we do the next one. Get the paper off here. Okay, pen. Get my pen. It's my lifesaver here for sticky things. All right, there we go. Okay, so inch in and about 3/4 of an inch down. Okay, so we tape that down, and then we go for the center. You can also start in the center, but I find it easier for me to do the ends first. Okay, and then just kind of eyeball it, and hopefully my head isn't in the way. And we will do it right about there. Okay, all right, so we got the first set down. Let's turn it over and bring my next page in. Now, what I need to do is line these up equal to each other, and then cut 2 pieces that will go here. So let me bring my little cutter in. Oops, that's right. I'll redo it there. Okay, so bring the cutter in and do 2 inch and 2 inch. Okay, there we go. Let's get my pen and let's get this lined up again, because you want to go directly into the center here, and you don't want the other pieces hitting each other, if you know what I mean. So that's what we are trying to obtain. Okay, here's the first piece. Okay, and we go in the center, and then we go an inch in right there, and then we do the next one. Oh, it's easier on the fabric side. I'll remember that next time. Okay, and then we go an inch in and we go between. Okay, so we have our 2 down. Now what we do is we fold this over, get it even, okay, and we fold over the first 3 from the first page. Okay, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so we have those down. Now the next page will have 3 on it, and we're going to line them up with the first 3. So let's cut 3 more pieces. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so now we have our 3 pieces. Here, come here, cut. There we go, thank you. All right, and we're going to line them up here. Okay, so let's take it this direction. Yeah, that's much easier. Wow. Okay, so 1 inch in and make it even with the other one. Okay, oops, there we go. Yep, okay. And then the next one, I'll do it over here so I'm not bumping everything. I have a lot of stuff on my desk for projects going on and upcoming, getting them figured out for you guys. Okay, and then we go in here and even it up. Down just a little bit. Okay. Ah. All right, there we go. Whew. It really isn't hard, it's just time consuming. But this will be the last set that we put on for our 4 pages, and I'll show you why. Okay, there we go. We have that done. Now we turn this over and we fold over the next set, which is the set of 2. 1, 2. All right. So fold this over and fold this over. Okay. Now your last page, you don't put anything on it because it is going to go directly on and it'll be attached. Okay. So your last page, if you end up with a 3 or a 2, your last page does not get anything put on it. You can do as many pages of this as you want, but if you have an even number of pages, the last one will end with the 3. And you want that. It's a lot better than just 2. It'll hold it together a lot better. Okay, so this one, we go over, over, and over. Okay, and you can see the different, you can see the 2s and 3s here. All right, and they open up nicely and close nicely. They're flat. Yay, we did it, guys. So like I said, I'm not going to try and decorate right now. And I had a closure in mind and I decided against it. So I don't know what I will do now. I'm thinking I will just put some, see, I was going to put some muslin here underneath this and have that as a tie, but that was really big and I really wasn't too fond of that. So what I'll probably do is take a couple of these large, these are 1/4 inch eyelets, and I get them off of Amazon, and they do have the piece that goes on the back, so they fit, they go really nice. But I think what I'll end up doing is just putting one here and one back here and just tying it with some sari ribbon or curly ribbon of some sort. But that will be the next time around. I just mainly wanted to show you how to do this tab binding, which is really easy. A lot easier than I ever thought it would be, and I love this Tim Holtz washi tape here. So in light of that, I'm going to let you guys go, and after the collaboration is over with, which is the end of next month, I will come back and we'll decorate this together because I've got some really neat plans for it. So why don't you go on over and check out the Crafting Auntie and see what she has done for her tab binding envelope journal, and I will see you the next time around. Okay, and we'll have something else fun. So talk to you guys later. You guys have a good week and weekend, and I'll see you the next time. Bye, guys.